Welcome back to Cooking with Gus. It's game day today, and we're celebrating a hopeful Packers win. Right, Gussie? Right, Gussie? Go get it! Go get it! Look at his jersey he's got going on. Number one sports fan right there. Go Pack, go. But we're making a butternut squash queso dip. So let's get started. So for the queso dip, of course we got a butternut squash. We got two types of cheese. We got sharp cheddar and then a Mexican blend. You could use pepper jack. You could really use anything, but more geared towards the sharp flavors. Maybe some spice in there. Got almond milk, chipotle peppers with adobo. It's gonna be some spice to it. Diced tomatoes with some green chilies in there for some extra flavor. An onion. We got butter in here. Spread the love. Cornstarch and some salt. So we're gonna get prepping the butternut squash so we can get cooking. Okay.
Sit.
Okay, so we diced up our onion, cubed our butternut squash, diced up the chipotle pepper, and now we're gonna start to cook. So we got 2 tablespoons of butter in a hot pan. Gonna mix it around. You wanna use the cast iron skillet because we're gonna use an immersion blender later, so it has high edges. So it's not, when we immerse it, it's not gonna, spray all over the place and get on your stove. Keep it clean. So we're gonna throw our onion in there and we're just gonna get them sweating. So our onions are sweating. Now we're gonna add our butternut squash, and we're gonna add our chipotle adobo, and we're gonna cook for about 10 minutes, maybe more depending on the size of your squash. We're just trying to caramelize it. So you may want to bring your heat up a little bit to medium-high heat. Smells really good. So we got our mixture cooking. Still waiting for the butternut squash to caramelize. But while that's happening, we're gonna add 8 ounces of cheese. So that's half of the 2 bags. Or we're going to use half of each of the bags in this instance. And then we're going to add a half a teaspoon of cornstarch, which is really going to thicken up our queso. So we got our cheese in here. 8 ounces is, your base. You can add more if you want that good cheese flavor, maybe a little less. Now, just a half a teaspoon of cornstarch in. And then we'll wait to add it until the butternut squash is caramelized. Right, Gussie? Right? Right? The packer's so exciting? Alright, so we're going to add about a cup of water to our butternut squash. This is going to deglaze the pan, and then it's going to steam the butternut a little bit, make it softer for when we want to emulsify it. So we're going to do this for about 10 minutes. And then if you haven't done so already, drain your can of tomatoes, some green chilies in there, and then we'll use that coming up. Also, turn down your heat because we want to just simmer the water. So you can see the steam coming off, and if you take a good whiff of it, it smells like some good smokiness from that Chipotle pepper. It's gonna go good in the belly. And we got a sleepy doggo over there. So we got our butternut squash soft. Now we're gonna add about a cup and a half of whatever milk you want. If you want it maybe a little more fattier, you use whole milk. If you are vegan, just use whatever milk. We're using almond milk today. Unsweetened. I don't know about that vanilla stuff. So, just gonna mix it in. And now we're gonna use our immersion blender. It's immersion season over here. Oh boy. It's a bit violent. So that's what our queso is looking like. Now we're gonna add our cheese and cornstarch. And we're gonna add our tomatoes. And we're just gonna mix it up. And the residual heat will melt that cheese, and then it's eating time. All right, so we're gonna spoon it in to our special Halloween spooky dish. And we're gonna try it with multi-grain chip, little brand placement for Tostitos. You get some good butternut flavor and the creaminess from the cheese, but there's that subtle smokiness from the Chipotle. It's a good blend. You can have this with carrots, pretzels, bell peppers, or you could even roast up some butternut squash and have it with butternut squash queso. Don't forget to subscribe, because Gussie really wants subscriptions, and so you can check him out on other videos. And we'll see you next time on Cooking with Gus. Go Pack Go!